So Africa, even the Nile Valley and North Africa were Africans, and they had a spiritual system. They followed the spiritual story because they were entrenched in it the entire time. And no Bible negates Africa's participation in any scripture because they're central to it. And Rome only had 500 years. Before the 500 years, they were nomads and they were nobodies. And then after Rome collapsed 500 years later, because they only lived for 500 years, Rome and Europe collapsed into nothingness while the rest of us continued our journey. And part of that journey was continuing our spirituality on the African continent despite admixture people. We weren't mixed like that. We were Africans. Berbers were Africans. And we taught Spain how to irrigate, how to have, water and structures that made sense. And those structures have been co-opted by the Arab nation, that what we call Arabs today, Arab nation, as its foundation. It's not their foundation, it's our foundation. And over time, as Egypt and North Africa has been compromised, the ownness of the religion has been um, re what's it called repositioned to Europeans and Roman history, and people who are now called Arabs, who are lighter skinned. They're not Arabs. Arabs have been described as predominantly black people with woolly hair, and that's how Arabs today even describe original Arabs. The majority of Arabs during that time period were dark skinned with woolly hair until just recently. We own that shit. You cannot take it away from us. And there, and I'll put a link. I'll just put a link in the chat.
But you're speaking from the lens of just African heritage and origins, and
It's
that
hard to decouple.
and that's fine.
It's
And
hard. Let me
that's
tell,
cool, but
let
that
me
doesn't
do this.
negate that Islam isn't like the truth, even if that's the case. Like,
Let me do it like this. The Indus Valley had a spiritual system that has been called in modern time Hinduism, and the people who had original um, spiritual connections have been considered the untouchables. Y'all know the caste system in India. You know who the untouchables are. The untouchables are the black people who wipe up your shit off the street, who do all the worst stuff and can't be touched because they're so unclean. Well, they were the people who brought religion to India from the Indus Valley. And from the Indus Valley, they came from Somalia to Yemen, into India, which was the Indus Valley, where they have even architecture that defies what they could do at the time. And when um, um, European mixed people showed up, they pushed those black people into the lowest caste system of that civilization, just like they do today. They push all
China,
that
can I ask you a
intelligence.
question?
No,
They
that didn't.
pull all that into. They
Hold on,
push all
Kyle.
China,
that intelligence into
China,
the
can I ask you a
background.
question real quick?
Hold on, Red. Hold on,
Okay.
Red. And Kaya, that didn't happen
I was just, man, listen,
in
took
that
words out my mouth.
way. It didn't happen in that way. But before we jump off into this, I just saw some interesting statements being made in the chat, and I wanted to see if one of the brothers would speak to it. If not, both of the brothers. Hey, Chicago and Sincere, if one of y'all by y'all mic, could y'all speak on the perspective of all of this coming from the Americas, as y'all stated in the chat? I think that'll be a different outlook that possibly go along with where Red stands with the understanding of this history as well.
Right. Because that's what I want to back
Got
up.
you. Hey Ray, what's good, brody? Brother
What's
Bob.
up?
Brock, what's good, bro? Um, so in my PTR, right? This is the world tree or the foliated cross. Now this cross is representative of north, south, east, and west. Directions or cardinal directions, the 4 points of Earth. This is a Mayan cross. Um, so one thing I want to say, uh, geology is very important. Um, the way we view the way America is divided, in terms of Canada and Greenland not being a part of America. So Canada and Greenland are the most northern parts of America geologically. And where we know today as North America is actually Central America. And once you view America in its rightful perspective, then you will see that Central America has the most concentration of mounds, pyramids, structures that are aligned to cosmological alignments, and specifically Aldebaran, the Pleiades stars cluster, and Orion. All of these things symbolize the celestial rising when it's time for planting and harvesting. The original spirituality systems happened in the field through practices of maize production and planting corn. The first gods were maize gods. And all of these stories come from the cycle, the sun going through the cycles.
Essential, real quick. Can you
Right?
tell us where maize is indigenous to, real quick, just for the people in the back?
Oh, absolutely. Maize is indigenous to America, and it was developed from teosinte in Mesoamerica. And again, this is why it's very, very important to view America in its proper geological place, because Mesoamerica has the most concentration of these structures. And when we're talking about irrigation, I'll put in the chat when I get a second, I'll put a link. Uh, 2,000-year-old Mayan water filtration system. Uh, that the archaeologists found. The Topper Site Mound in North Carolina is dated to 50,000 years old. We have we have
Cahokia
sites
Mounds,
we have sites like Cahokia, Teotihuacan.
Rock
Um,
Eagle.
Furthermore, um, these alignments that the mounds, pyramids, and all the U.S. Capitol buildings, um, all of these buildings are not buildings at all. They're ether collectors, they're energy devices, just like the mounds. I want to direct people to the etymology of God. If you go down to God and you go down the etymology, it will bring you to poured earth, burial mounds. And this is because burial mounds are sacred. You'll see burial mounds or mound building activity, not just in America, but you see them in Mesopotamia. You see them in Egypt. You see them in Asia. You see them in Europe. And the names that they go by in these other places, you have mounds in America. You have Tel, Mesopotamia. Tel Aviv means the mound of springs. Go check out the ziggurat of Earth and tell me that's not astronomically aligned to the same cosmological systems that started in America. The serpent mound of America is symbolic to the Thuban star, which is the first northern star before Polaris. So the original star maps were encoded in the Earth, and they were encoded in the Earth first in the Americas. And the time is told by astrological ages. So go all the way back to Capricorn and work your way up to Aquarius. And through all those time and through all those ages, you will find mound builders building. And and I mean all of your spiritual practices come from the agricultural practices that originated in America.
So I wonder, what are you trying to prove? Because we're talking about hundreds of
I
thousands of
didn't.
years ago when white
No. That
when white people weren't
hold
even a
on.
factor.
It's not
It's
about listen.
only
Hold
black
on. Hold on.
people.
Hold on. Listen. It's not about trying to prove anything. If you're
Black people weren't a
subscribing
factor.
to, if you're subscribing to whatever came out of Africa, that's fine. I only always mention, like I always do, because like he said, right? Why would the African gods, the Egyptian pantheon, have maize gods? And maize is indigenous to the America. I don't care how great Egypt was. What were they eating?
That's not the point I was
No, no,
making.
no,
Can
no,
I
no, no, no.
finish?
Listen, listen,
No,
listen.
ain't no. Let me finish.
It's
Let me
not
finish.
about no. It's not
Let
about.
me
It's
finish. You
not
don't
about
know where
trying
I
to
was go.
prove
You do not
anything.
know where I was going.
Hey
You do
man,
not know where I
say
was going.
man, look here, man. Check this
I would
out.
like to finish my
I
statement.
got you, but ain't
Okay.
nobody gonna bogart us in here while we trying to facilitate this conversation. Let's keep
Right.
it on the one mic policy, man. Y'all calm down.
Okay, I came off
Be
mic
cool.
first to respond to what he said. And I would
All right.
love,
It's all gravy. Just stop explaining and just say your submission. It's all good.
yes, sir, and thank you. So we're talking about hundreds of thousands of years ago. We have no natural predators. We have no white people showing up, no Asian people showing up. We're all black on this entire earth. A whole lot of shit happened. Maybe one person was first at this and another person was first at that. That shouldn't be our focus. The focus should be it should be that we all started. We are the original fucking people. It doesn't matter. Yeah, pyramids are dotted all over this planet. We have no idea in 2025 what those pyramids mean, how they fucking function. But what we do know
No, you
is we were
don't know what
original.
they
No,
mean.
you
We
don't
You
were.
don't
know.
know
We were.
how they
You
Can
don't
function.
I
know.
want. I want to finish. I want to finish. What we do know is we were the originators of it because we did not have any human enemies until 4,000 years ago. That's 2000 BC is when shit started to pop off. So I don't. We're not beefing with each other. It's not the Crips versus the fucking Bloods because of the Atlantic Ocean. Because the Atlantic Ocean was is skeptical in that
Okay.
time period.
So okay.
Hey,
So if that's
hold on,
the
hold on. I
case,
would like
Didn't
to
then
get
even
in
fucking
there.
okay.
exist
So
then.
New
if
voice.
that's
I
the
would like to get in
Wow.
case,
there.
Wow.
if
I
that's the
definitely like to
case,
get in there,
based on the
please.
information that he just said, why won't you accept the narrative that everything
Wait.
that we now think came out of Africa really came out of the
I'm
Americas?
not.
And, and,
What's so hard
What
about
I'm
that to believe?
questioning
and
what
can
the
you not ask her
relevance.
another question? I'd like to give a submission.
Oh, go
What
ahead,
I'm
bro. Go ahead. Go ahead.
questioning
My
what
bad.
I'm questioning is the relevance of it. It's not relevant
Well,
Yeah,
to
me, me,
we
well,
me
hold
too,
on. I
Travis.
got,
Go
I
ahead.
got you. I
2025.
got you. I got you. I
Go
got
ahead,
you.
Travis.
Yeah,
So
I got you. I
if you
got you.
question, hey,
Okay.
I got. If you asking what's the relevancy to it, then we can tie that into the same way of how we were speaking earlier in regards to Jesus, Joseph, Joshua, and all those names not being used during this actual time frame of when we saying these events occurred. So the relevancy to what he just stated in opposition that these things went on in Africa, instead they actually went on in the Americas, is also the same thing as saying where was the true location of these gods, of these practices, of these religious beliefs, of this history that may have came from the Nile, may have came from the Mississippi, could have came from the Rio Grande. I don't know. But he's taking the position of, okay, people tell you that the ancient information that you believe in came from Africa. But what if it really came from the Americas? And here's evidence of it actually taking place taking place in the Americas
So
and
my
not
bigger
in
point, because I would have liked to finish my point. My point was in
Hey,
2025.
Kaya,
In
you
20
asked
yeah,
him, Kaya,
no, I was trying to
Kaya,
make a
Kaya,
submission.
why are you trying to
Y'all ain't let
both?
me make my submission.
Why are you
I'm
trying to
not.
both? All right, so stop going
Wow.
back and forth about it. Cause you
I'm
did.
not going back. The only reason I'm
Hey,
going
you
back
gonna
for it is because
watch your
y'all come off my
motherfucking tone and who you talking to. Cause I'm
wow.
handling you with respect. Watch your motherfucking tone. I'm not your child. I'm not your husband. I'm not some fucking kid stealing candy out your goddamn bowl in your kitchen. You asked the question of relevancy.
I
And I
wasn't finished
was
my question.
Man, you can't handle this nigga. Keep it up.
Some people run
Hey, hold
at
on,
the
hold on,
first
Uh,
sight of
hold on. Wait,
I
stormy
wait.
don't know
it's
why.
it's life.
I really don't know why. I lead with respect and try to keep shit in order, and motherfuckers raise their voice and talk crazy. Motherfuckers will tell me how shit gon' go. Like I don't really understand that process, cause it pisses me off. Cause if I just live with some random crazy shit off the top of my head, people will feel like I'm treating them bad. You asked the question of what relevancy that submission by that brother had to do with your interpretation of what happened in Africa compared to his interpretation of what happened in the Americas. You
I
asked that
wasn't
question.
finished. It was when, because that's part of the sentence, when, and I didn't finish the part of when.
Hey, yo, so if
Let's keep
America
it moving.
is the
Yeah, yeah. Look,
original
Hey,
place,
wait,
why
y'all didn't hold on though. Y'all
wait.
still
Hold on,
fucking
Haitian.
going, ain't it?
Hold on, Haitian.
yeah,
But watch this. Hold
she's
on.
not in here anymore?
But
So
yeah, yeah.
why is
Hey,
it that there's so little people here?
hello,
Like,
hello.
why is it that there's so many other people like other places instead of America? Like the population.
Why is the original blood type found on this side of the globe rather than the other side of the globe?
Bro, when
Yeah.
I
No, no, no,
said
no,
that,
no,
niggas
no,
thought
no.
I
The
was crazy,
original,
bro.
no. Original blood type is O, brother. All historians,
And it's
O
found
all
is
and it originates
primarily
in
it,
South
found on
America.
the.
no, no. It's actually original
It
Africa, brother.
No,
originates
it
in
did
South
not,
America.
fam. That's why
Brother.
Africa
Oh,
don't have
oh,
it.
oh. No, what you talking about? All the
Okay.
people there
Okay.
is
Watch
O.
this.
No,
Watch this.
it's most
All the people
common
there is O,
now.
bro.
Listen, bro, I read the article. It's most
What
common
article? I'm
now
talking about just
because
like
of the. Hold on, let me tell you what it
fucking
says.
history.
Bro, listen, I read 8 of them. We're talking about the testing of what they did to this day because they've only tested 2% of the African continent when it comes to the people and the population. So again, when it
Yeah,
comes
they
to
only tested two
when it,
percent, brother.
when
All them
it
folks got
comes to
type
when
O.
listen, okay, that's fine. So when it comes to them having
I
old
got
blood
you. I
is
got
most common, but it's
you.
not dominant.
But watch
It's
this.
a difference.
Bro, the first,
Watch
bro,
this. Watch
literally the
this. Watch
first blood
this.
type
Watch
to
this.
arise is O, bro.
Blood type O is the
AB
most.
came out
Hey, Dom,
later
I'm
on.
finna
Bro,
flip the
listen, bro, he
fuck
We
out.
reading.
can't hear. We can't hear if everyone's
Listen,
talking,
man.
brother.
Blood type O is the most common blood type globally and is found in high frequencies across various regions, particularly in the Americas and among indigenous populations.
Yeah, where
That's
did
what
it
it is.
originate from, brother? Just put in
Okay,
where
so
did it
listen.
originate.
So
Again, watch this. Watch this.
It's
Watch
gonna say
this.
Africa.
Blood type O is particularly prevalent in South America.
Yeah, is it where did it
That's the
originate? Where
origin.
where did it originate from? Go to the origin. Where
South
did it
America.
originate?
He
No,
just told you
Just
no,
twice.
did it, nigga.
no. That's not where blood O originated, brother. That's not where blood O originated. Blood
Listen,
nobody.
O is
bro.
Hold on, hold
There's
originated
on.
no
originated from
article that
Africa,
you
Hey,
brother.
can
hey,
Wait,
find
hold
that
hey,
on.
can
Haitian,
I get
say
this
hold
on
on.
the
that
ground,
Hold
O
bro?
on. Yeah,
blood
yeah.
type
Hey,
Bro, y'all
nah,
originated
I
tripping,
hear
in
you,
bro.
but
As a
hold
matter
Africa.
on.
of
Hold
fact,
on. Stop arguing
African
with him.
All
Americans,
of those
a lot of
articles
y'all don't
say,
have blood. Oh,
listen,
a
bro.
lot of y'all have AB.
Okay, that's fine.
A
All
lot
of
of y'all
those
have
Hold
A. A lot of
articles,
y'all
on,
have
Dom,
B.
Dom,
Yeah,
Dom,
a
Dom,
lot of y'all don't have
Dom. The
O.
same fucking people that you trying to quote said that the higher frequencies of it is in the Americas,
Frequent.
and
and
you,
that's the
Wait,
purest.
hold
The
on, bro.
purest. Let me tell you the difference. Hold
duh,
on.
Bro.
duh,
So
Blood O
duh.
originated in
okay, so
You
Africa.
about
look,
to
What the
so
fuck
look,
piss
is y'all
Haitian.
me.
Let me
talking
tell
about,
you the
bro?
Hey,
difference. Haitian. Let me
Dom,
tell you the
Dom,
difference,
you
right?
about to piss me
So
the fuck
look.
off, man.
So when you come, so listen, so when it comes to the O blood type, so O originated in the Americas, A originated in Europe, and B originated in Asia. They have not found no original blood type that originated from the first people or the first haplogroup in Africa to say that it's diverse. So again, right? This is how we found out of who or what group of people was the original people with the oldest blood type.
Bro,
So
what
when
the
you
fuck
go
is
to
you talking
Africa,
about,
just
bro?
hold
It
on,
says it
bro,
right here, bro. It
bro, just,
originated in
bro,
Africa,
just
bro.
listen, bro, just listen to what
It's
I'm
a hundred
saying,
thousand years in sub-Saharan
bro.
Africa.
Listen, just listen to what
Wild
I'm saying,
shit,
and then you can
wild shit,
disagree, bro.
bro.
Listen,
What do you mean?
it's
It's not
only
me
2 minutes,
disagreeing.
bro.
It's not me
Okay,
disagreeing.
that's fine. That's fine.
Historically,
If it's
it
not
just
you,
tell
then
me.
be quiet.
Okay, hold on. Let's put this out here. So you
bro.
saying wherever
I'm not saying
you wait,
nothing because you haven't let me say it.
hold on. Let me say this real quick. So you saying wherever the original
I
blood type O
haven't
was
said
found,
it yet.
I'm asking you the question. So
You,
you saying wherever on this planet Earth the original blood type O found
oh
originally, that's
Lord,
the original people, right?
I ain't saying nothing because I ain't finished yet.
Oh shit! Oh shit! He's
So
scared.
like I
Hey,
was,
He's
so
dog.
scared.
like I
Yeah,
was,
that's what I
so
thought,
like
man.
I
You
Hey,
was
just
saying
dog.
talking, brother.
was, so
Hey,
You
like I
just
was
dog.
talking,
saying,
brother.
Hey,
Brother, oh,
hey,
blood O type was originally
bro.
here from. They
Okay, that's
dug this shit
fine.
up,
That's
bro.
Hey,
fine.
hey,
Okay,
They
we heard
settle
listen.
you. We
So
down,
heard you.
they.
Glock.
Oh,
hey, Dom. I'm finna put you the fuck out, nigga.
Why y'all scared for me to
I
talk?
get sick of, hey Dom, I get sick of you doing that bitch ass shit. Cause when you over there with them white folk, you sit and wait until it's your turn to talk and you don't act like that. Cause I done
I
sat in
keep the
them
same
rooms
energy.
with you. Listen, hey, man, you was a motherfucking lie, nigga. I done sat in them rooms and that's the reason why I get kicked out of them. I sit in there, come in, come on stage, cut the fuck up, they get me out of there. You be in there like a bitch with your hands in your pocket talking about, do y'all mind if I get in the queue?
I've
Thank you.
gotten
And then you
I've
go
gotten
on
kicked
mute.
out of
You don't
plenty of
do none of
rooms.
that. Hey, nigga, you don't do none of that disrupting shit over there with Pepe and them, nigga. You not playing that role with me.
I
Chill the
literally get
fuck
kicked
out.
out of every room.
Chill the fuck out before I remove you from the room, cuz. You not fucking up this build. I don't give a fuck who you think you is or how you feel. You not fucking up this build. Not trying to hear that puss ass shit.
all I was trying to say to your point, bro, is that O originated in the Americas, A originated in Europe, B originated in Asia. They haven't found no blood type that originated in Africa. What I was trying to explain is that when you look at the people in Africa, and most of their blood type is A or B or AB with a submixture of O. So the O that they're talking about is the submixture. It's not the dominant blood type. Their dominant blood type is either A or B or AB, meaning that those people genetically were created by the first niggas that inhabited Europe and the first niggas that inhabited Asia. The submixture of their O came from the niggas of the mixing of the whatever travels and trading that they did with the niggas in America. Because when you go to the Americas, the most of over 80% of the niggas from Canada to South America have the dominant O blood type, which O being the
Yeah,
dominant with submixtures of A B.
yeah, brother, you're absolutely wrong. Look at my PTR. The only
All
thing
right,
you need to do is ask ChatGPT for the sources. They'll give you like hundreds, bro.
bro, that's
Everybody,
fine.
wait, let me finish. I'll let you talk, brother.
I wasn't finished, but
I
go
let
ahead.
you. But no. Then I want to respectfully let you finish because I want the same respect. So go ahead.
All I was saying is that when we
Hold on, Red.
supposedly, if
Hold on,
we,
Red.
oh, go
I'm
ahead.
reading here, and it states based on primary racist hypothesis, it was thought that in three major races of man, blood groups A in Europe, B in Asia, and finally O in South America, have been emerged and gradually due to the migration and mixing of the races to become in its present situation.
Exactly. So
It said,
You
it
said
hold
you
on,
said
hold on,
thought.
hold
Oh,
yeah.
on,
So
damn,
hold
you
it's
on,
good
just,
to
hold
know.
on,
you
hold
just,
on,
you
hold
just
on,
read what
hold
I
on,
just
hold
said.
on,
Damn,
hold
Now,
on,
that's crazy.
hold on. It's about to get tricky. Approximately 45% of Caucasians are type O positive or negative, but 51% of African Americans and 57% of Hispanics are type O. There's more. Scroll to
go to the
this.
origin
It
of it.
says, it says, the early evolution of blood type O is thought to be the oldest, with mutations leading to the A and B blood types arising later. Research indicates that type O blood may offer some protection against severe malaria and other diseases. Type O is the most common blood type globally and is particularly prevalent in indigenous populations of the Americas, where it approaches 100% frequency. The
Right.
ABO blood type is determined by a gene with three, whatever that word is, A, B, and O. And then it goes on to
Yeah.
Because
explain
a
some more
Why
shit.
are you
100%,
Hold
dodging the
on,
because
origin?
hold on,
hold
watch
Why are you
on,
this.
dodging the or? No,
hold
but
on, hold on. There's more.
Go ahead.
Now, it also states here Let me keep scrolling. Hold on, let me get this one together.
All
Oh,
right, brother.
based
Look at
on
my
wait,
PTR.
wait, wait, wait. It says based on theory, the old races have old blood group, such as red Indians of South America and Eskimos, that among them the frequency of old blood group is between 75% to 100%.
To 100%,
While
meaning
in
they
most
meaning they
of
have no
recent ethnic
submixture.
groups, A and B blood groups are dominant. In another hypothesis, the first blood group had been AB blood group, which gradually and over time, due to genetic mutations, was resulted in A and B and finally O blood groups. Based on this theory, perhaps a few million years ago, all people have had type O blood only, which is more resistant against many infectious diseases. None of this shit is saying that it originates in Africa, fam.
Yeah, yeah. Hold on one second. So here it is. First of all, you dodged the origin question, right? You did
I
everything but
did
ask
not.
the
I'm
or.
looking
Hold
at
on,
it
wait,
right
wait, wait.
now. I'm
Yeah,
still
hold on. Let
scrolling.
me no, no. Hold on. Let me answer this because if you go on Chat GPT right now, right, anybody in the room, ask simply. Don't confuse shit. Talk red Indian, all this shit. Where the fuck does it originate from? Very simple. Very
I
simple.
did.
Where did
You
it?
want
No,
me to
no, no. What?
screenshot what it says? Because it does
Yeah,
not
no, but
say Africa right here.
no, no, no. Hold on. You talked about
I got
malaria.
something for you.
Where the fuck is
Hold on, hold
malaria
on, hold on.
present at, brother?
I got something
Malaria
for
is
you.
in Africa, bro. This
I
shit is
wait,
not
wait,
in
wait, 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 wait. I got something for
it's
you.
not all
I got something
throughout
for you.
it's not throughout the
The
Americas.
screenshot
Yes,
Malaria
it
is
is,
this.
not
nigga.
throughout the
Malaria is
Americas,
in the
bro.
rainforest of South America.
No, it's not prevalent like it
The
is in
fuck are you
Africa,
talking
bro.
about?
No,
You
brother,
tripping?
Hold
it's
on,
not prevalent.
hold on,
Listen. It's not yellow fever and all that other shit is there,
hold
right?
on. Dom,
Malaria is
if
not
you
the
check the
mosquitoes that
telegram, if you
this
Fuck
shit
do
check
you
the
crazy.
know?
telegram,
This shit
listen
crazy,
to
man.
what
Y'all ain't
AI.
trying to have no conversation, man. Y'all
Man,
thought y'all
Nah,
niggas.
we trying to
I let
I
tell
y'all
went
us.
to
talk.
AI,
Y'all
fam.
ain't trying to let me
I
talk though.
went
This
to
shit crazy.
AI, fam, and this is what
They ain't
AI
trying to let
said.
me talk though. Y'all hear this?
It says the origin of blood type O is linked to early human evolution and the development of resistance to
What
certain diseases.
location, brother?
Man,
Why is you not putting the
could you,
continent? Just put the
could you
continent.
shut the fuck
Why
up?
are you
Because if
getting
you looked
mad?
in the,
Because you gonna lose the argument. Just put the
because if
continent,
you were
bro.
smart enough to look
Just
at the
put the no.
telegram, I sent the screen. Could you shut the fuck
Why are
up?
you putting in
I
Telegram,
sent the
bro?
screenshot. Cause I sent the screenshot of what I'm reading, you retarded
Why
fuck. And if you wouldn't have
why can't
interrupted me,
you
you would know
answer the
what the next
question?
sentence was. Shut your
Yeah, you
kneecap
ain't trying to
head
answer the
ass up
question.
and you will hear the next question. Light
You ain't
bulb.
trying to answer.
Now damn. Some scientists, the next fucking sentence, retarded fuck. Some scientists suggest it emerged before humans migrated from Africa
You
and
going
is
through time.
prevalent in areas where malaria is an I can't. I swear I can't with you niggas. I swear I can't with you motherfucking niggas.
Damn, Don, what you doing,
Yeah,
bro?
y'all avoiding the real question, right? If you simply put you filling it up with bullshit, bro. Like only thing you got to put in what continent, right? Literally, when you put it in chat, it's in the it's in my PC.
Son of a bitch, you just said where is malaria prevalent? Son of a bitch, Chat GBT just said that it's prevalent within the motherfucking Americas, nigga, amongst indigenous populations. Now, if you want to sit here and tell me it was prevalent around malaria, and then the same motherfucking resource told you that it's prevalent among the Americas and indigenous populations, what in the fuck is you arguing, nigga? Put that shit together. Sick of you retarded ass niggas that halfway know how to read information and connect the dots. Son of a bitch tell you how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. All of a sudden you think you could do a Philly cheesesteak. Nigga, it ain't the same.
Because guess what? When it's telling us
Son
that
of a
Hey,
these,
bitch.
Glock, roll up, bro. Roll
because
up, bro.
listen, because
Son of a
look,
bitch.
because look, bro. When it's telling us that the niggas in America are close to 75 and 100%, oh, that means that those niggas have no sub mixtures of A and B. So they have no mixing from no niggas from Europe, no niggas from Africa, no niggas from Asia. They're pure. They're pure. They have no mixture. And if O is the oldest and these niggas are the purest, then which group of people are really the oldest? You got to make that shit make sense because it should be the other way around in Africa, where more of the people in Africa are closer to the purest, meaning they have no submixtures of A and B. because you have complete countries in South America where the total population is 100% O blood with no A and B submixtures. So that can't be so if all of the niggas in the Americas are supposedly descendants of niggas from other places. Our blood type should not be so. It should be the other way around. Niggas in Africa should be closer to 100% and not mix with A and B first and have submixtures of O. Remember, the dominant blood type is O. Our submixtures is A and B. The niggas in Africa blood type is A and B with submixtures of O. That's why all of those articles state that most Africans O is common. It's most common, but it's not most dominant. Like it keeps saying it's most prevalent within the niggas and it's most purest within the niggas in the Americas. 75% to 100% O blood, 100%. That's no submixture. That's no niggas mixing with your lineage or your people to this present day.
So
That's
can I
what that shit
respond?
means.
So I would like to respond. So I asked ChatGPT, and I asked it by way of the Khoisan people, who are the oldest living people on the planet Earth. And
Says
this is
who?
what ChatGPT told me. Khoisan, the San people. The Khoisan, a broad term historically used to group the San and the Khoi people of South Africa, have some of the highest genetic diversity on Earth. Their blood type distribution reflects that ancient and varied lineage. Here's what's known: ABO blood group type O is the most common among Khoisan groups. That's
Right,
the
common.
oldest people on the planet Earth. Type A is moderately present. Type B is rare or very low in frequency. This is similar to many other indigenous African populations where type O often dominates. That's what ChatGPT said to me. And the Khoisan live in Africa, just so you know.
Yeah.
That would be an interesting take that they have the most diverse haplogroup amongst their people when they were supposed to be the original people, so it
Right.
wouldn't be
They
diverse
don't
at
have
all.
the most diverse.
Diverse.
They don't have Khoisan doesn't have the most diverse. So most
We talking
diverse
about Africa.
means
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So Africa, they don't have the most diverse. They have the oldest genes, the
Okay.
oldest by
Can
far
can
of
you
genes.
can you
When
do
you
me a
talk
favor?
about diverse, when you
Kaya,
talk about
Kaya,
diverse,
Kaya, can
okay,
you do
go
me a
ahead.
favor? I mean, favor and reread what you just read.
Yes, sir. So it says, I'll start from the beginning. I asked, this is what I asked: what blood type are the Khoisan? Because they're the oldest. The Khoisan, a broad term historically used to
Why you
group
just
the
asked about the
San.
Khoisan?
Yeah, I did, because they're the
I
oldest
said,
people on
why
earth.
did you just ask about them? Why you didn't ask about the whole of Africa?
Because I asked
You know
about
what you
the,
should
because
ask?
I
Look,
asked,
hey, listen. You know what you should ask ChatGPT? What is the original
Oh, no, no,
blood
no, no,
type of
no, no,
Africa?
no. Red. Hold on, hold on. Let her reread what she read first.
Okay.
yeah, okay. So I asked about the Khoisan because they're the oldest people on earth, and they're from Central Africa. Now they're in Southern Africa. And I said, what blood type are the Khoisan? And it said the Khoisan, a broad term historically used to group San and Khoisan people of Southern Africa, have some of the highest genetic diversity on Earth. Their blood type
There you go.
distribution,
Genetic diversity. I know you. Diversity. I
okay,
told you you said that.
yes, sir, yes, sir. The blood type distribution reflects that ancient and varied lineage. Here's what is known: ABO blood group. Type O is the most common among the Khoisan groups. Type A is moderately present, and type B is rare or very low in frequency. This is similar to many other indigenous African populations where type O often dominates.
Okay. So let me tell you
I
how
like
those
how you
people.
said indigenous African, so y'all could learn that indigenous don't mean Indian. It means before the new regime.
I have,
So
I have
look.
a, I have a
So
question.
watch this though.
I have a
Even
question, Brother Red, in terms of the blood types that you were talking about. I don't want to cut you off, but
now go
so
ahead.
people that have O negative or like O positive, what's the explanation on that? Just for my educational purposes.
I mean, I wouldn't. I don't. I couldn't tell you the difference in like if I got O positive or you got O negative. Like you can jump higher than me. I wouldn't know the. What we was trying to get to the bottom of is that even when she mentioned that the Khoisan people, which she said is supposed to be the oldest people, they have a diverse uh, blood type or
Genetic
genetics
makeup.
or whatever. The first people are not supposed to have diverse anything, and that's the reason why I keep asking. Well, what is the original blood type that comes from the first people? Because if they're able to find it in Americas, if they're able to find it in Asia, if they're able to find it in Europe, then why is it so hard for them to find the original blood type in Africa if they are telling us that the oldest people are the oldest this and the oldest that? And it's like, well, okay, that's fine. Well, what's the blood type? Those bones have bone marrow. Well, you can figure out the blood type of because that's how the hell do they figure out haplogroups, right? So it's like if we keep asking this simple question of, well, what is Africa's original blood type? So that we can trace and see the migration patterns in which people moved and started mixing, because that's how we can tell of how A and B mix, and how A and B mix with O, and how O mix with A, and how all of these variations from the source of where they came from, and when these people started to meet and mix, that created other people that carried A and B or B and O or A, or all of the different variations that came from the mixing. So when we ask, well, who were the first people in the first tribe that came from Africa? What blood type were those people before their blood or their genetics got diverse? Because you can't be a first people and have diverse genetics if all of y'all came from the same place.